Welcome to Peace Studies. My name is Kathy Swango and I'm your instructor for the class. I want to take a few minutes and just show you around the Blackboard course so you can find your way. When you open the course, it defaults to this page. If there are new announcements, they will pop up. If you have not checked announcements recently, I encourage you to click over here and look at any announcements that there might be. You also see the tabs along the top left of the page with the content. That is the course. That's the course material. There also is a calendar, and that shows you the due dates for work. Discussion boards, although I recommend that you go into the discussion boards through the links in the content, and I'll show you that in a minute. The grade book, where you can see where you stand, and at the top of the grade book there is an item that will keep track of your points, your running total of points out of 1,000 for the course. And then a messages system where I can send you messages or you can send me messages. So those pieces of information. If you're not at all familiar with Blackboard, there's a link here that will teach you about navigating Blackboard, some of the different items that you need. It's also a link to BrainFuse, which is a tutoring program. It also would allow you to turn papers in for feedback. And so if you want to do that with any of the 3 papers that we have in this class, you can use BrainFuse. Then there's the Start Here button, and that's where you want to start unless you need that quick tour overview of Blackboard. Start Here includes a lot of material, and so I want to look at a little bit of the material in that. After that, there is a folder for each section that you will complete as you work through the course. And you will see with these that I have suggested due dates and then an absolute due date. So pay attention to those. To those of you who want to stay on track and do work every day or every other day, then those suggested due dates will help you do that, help keep on track. Other than that, the final due dates, there are only a couple of absolute due dates in the course, and so I encourage you to make sure you stay aware of those, both here in the course content or in the schedule of assignments, and I'll show you how you can find that. So when you click on Start Here, you will see, and on any of these folders, it will begin with a what to do in this section. And there is a list then of the items that you will need to accomplish. I have other information there for you, explaining how you will go about this. So telling you what to read, what to watch, and then to move through from one page to the next using the arrows in the upper right hand corner. This will walk you through. Here is the link to the syllabus, and you see that with the syllabus I have both the entire syllabus and then just a list of the assignments. And so if you click to open that, you will see that this walks you through, and this is basically what I have in the what to do in this section, where I have copied these items and pasted them in so that there's a folder for each one of these. I encourage you to download this course schedule at least. I recommend you download the syllabus and the schedule, but the syllabus is kind of our contract, and so it would be wise of you to keep a copy of it. But the schedule is something that you can print and then keep handy and mark things off as you work through and do them. Information about the grading, information about me as your instructor, and some resources that the college offers, other information, accommodations, troubleshooting, netiquette, the rules for being polite, for getting along, for communicating well in an online course, And then I also have review sheets or study guides, and I encourage you to go ahead and download this midterm one so that you can begin taking notes on it as you work through the material. And then when you're ready to take the midterm exam, you can use that, then pick up on the final exam study guide and do the same thing with that, and then use that as you take your final exam. The last item in this folder is your introductions discussion board, and in it I introduce myself. I ask you to introduce yourself. For each of our discussion boards, you will be required to post a minimum of 200 words to earn full credit. You can do that in a single post, or you can do that in multiple posts, responses to classmates, follow-ups to your post, but 200 words minimum. Then when you're done working through one of these folders, you see there are no more arrows to the right. Then you can click on the X, close that, and you are ready to move forward. There is the up and down arrow at the side of each folder. This allows you to close it or to open it. With this class, you will do multiple quizzes, multiple discussion boards, 2 interviews, papers, 1 essay, a midterm exam, and a final exam. All of the content is already here, so you can pretty much work at your own speed as long as you are meeting those absolute deadlines. The first assignment is to make sure that you meet, let me find this on the syllabus, is to make sure that you meet the no-show assignment. So the no-show assignment is an assignment that you must do to remain in the course. The deadline for completing that is Sunday, well, the first Sunday in the course. And you'll need to complete it by 11:59 p.m. that evening. You can look in here and find that in the class policies and expectations, so that if you do not do that assignment, I will report you as not having participated in the class. So make sure you meet that deadline. Other than that, I guess the most important thing for you to remember is that there are set deadlines for work. I do not accept late work. Read my policy in the syllabus. Stay on track. Honor those suggested due dates if you can, if they work for you. If not, make sure you meet those absolute final deadlines. For each of these folders, I have a suggested and then a due date, unless it is the final one in the set. As you see on this one, there's suggested and due. There is no suggested date here because it is due at this point. And that's what the course looks like. Everything is explained as you go. Each of the assignments is explained to you. And so I encourage you to just jump in, explore, find your way, and enjoy the content. Most students find this to be just a very interesting, engaging course with content that is inspiring and challenging. So, welcome to the class. I wish you the best.